My first pick for Sunday will be James Harden from the Philadelphia 76ers, where I'll be taking the under on his points prop, set at 20.5. I wouldn't play this any lower than 20. Odds on this prop are currently set at -120 on DraftKings. The line currently has the Celtics as a 6.5 favorite, with a combined point total projected at 200.5, which would make this a very low-scoring game. Harden will be facing the 76ers defense, which ranks 19th in the league in guarding his position. They have allowed an average of 31.8 points to point guards over the last 5 games, roughly 11 points higher than our prop total. Harden has been over on this prop once in his last 5, with a 20-point average. When we hit Game 7 of the series, we have a lot of history to help us with making a pick. I'll use that to narrow down what I'm exactly looking for on this one. I believe that the Celtics will win, and we know the game is taking place in Boston, so I'll fade any game that does not have one of these 2 check marks. What that removes is Harden's biggest and only game where he went over the prop total, leaving us with rather poor scoring games in what is already expected to be extremely low scoring contest. And I'd like to say it will be competitive, but that has not been the case in almost all of the closing games so far in these playoffs. If the odds are correct, I find it very unlikely Harden will go over his point total. For our second pick, I'm taking the power forward from the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, where I'm taking the under on 29.5 on the points prop, currently listed at -115 on DraftKings. I wouldn't play this any lower than 29. We are targeting the same game as our last pick, so here is just a quick glance at the odds. He will be facing the 19th ranked defense in the 76ers and allowing these points to the power forward position. They have been giving up an average of 6.8 over the last 5 games. If Tatum was to go over on this prop, he would account for 29% of the team's points, if they scored the projected 103. He is definitely capable of doing so, but through his last 5, he has only accounted for about 20%. There is a lot more scoring coming from the role players of the team. He hasn't had much success in this series points-wise, and even though this is Game 7, I'm going to stay with the trend and say he doesn't exceed this prop total. For my sports pick, I'll be taking the over on the points prop, currently set at 200.5. This is one of the lowest point totals I have seen, and given that 5 out of the 6 games in this series and all 3 played in Boston have gone over this, I'm inclined to believe that this one will as well. This is one of these 2 teams' last games of the season, so even if it does get out of hand, the starters will stay on the court as long as possible, pushing the pace. On a side note, I'm currently preparing several things for the channel, so that I can upload videos on a more frequent basis. I don't expect this to last more than a couple weeks, but I will try to get in as many playoff games as I can. I apologize for this, there's just some things I need to fix, so I can be sure I'm fully focused on picks. Thank you for watching, share your picks with us in the comments below, and please give a like if tailing any of ours.